Hey everybody, St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and you know what that means, corned beef and cabbage. And you don't eat corned beef or cabbage. That's alright, I got you. Today we're making cottage pie. And here's a little culinary fun fact for you. You've heard of shepherd's pie, that's made with lamb. Today we're using beef, so technically it makes it a cottage pie. So you sound fancy, and you don't have to, you skip the corned beef, everybody wins. Hit my music. Welcome back, everybody. I'm so excited about this one. We've got a rich, savory beef filling loaded with carrots and peas and a beautiful demi-glace, all topped with the creamiest, most buttery mashed potatoes you've ever had in your life. Then baked till golden brown and bubbly. This is pure comfort food. Real quick, before we dive in, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button right now, because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a handmade chef knife, a real one. Handmade. So subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Let's get this done together. We're starting with something a lot of people skip, and they shouldn't. Caramelized onions. About 3 ounces of small diced red onions, a small amount of oil, and you let them go nice and slow. The thing about caramelized onions is you can't rush them. Low heat, period. Now, look at that rich color. As the onions start to brown, they start to become sweeter, and it's just going to make our filling so much better. The whole thing is just going to sing. So once we get these nice and caramelized, we're going to cook our ground beef right in the same pan. Now let's get that in. 80-20 ground beef, fat is flavor. Don't fight me on that. Just trust me on it. We're going to drain out all the excess grease so you don't have to worry about it too much. We want to get this broken up and get it browning. That Maillard reaction we've talked about before, that's what we're looking for here. Now you can see our beef is browning up nicely. Now we're going to go in with our baby carrots, and we're going to let these cook just a little bit. Now we're going to add some butter and some flour, and we're going to make a roux right in the same pan. And somehow I lost the footage of adding the flour. But trust me, we added in, we cooked it just like we've done in others. Then we added our demi-glace. Now we're going to get some Worcestershire sauce on there. That's one of the hardest words in the English language to say. Now let's get our peas in. And mix them up. Remember to adjust your seasoning as you go. Remember, one of the keys is to always taste, taste, taste. Remember, this may not be your grandma's cottage pie, but it's a good one. So now we're going to put our filling in this bowl, and we're going to get on to our mashed potatoes. Now the crown jewel, the mashed potatoes. 3 Yukon Gold potatoes. Yukon Golds, not russets. Yukons are much creamier. Boil them until they're fork tender. You'll know they're ready, and the fork goes in without any resistance. Now we're going to mash them up with half a stick of butter, about 1/4 cup of sour cream, and 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Season with salt and pepper to taste. These need to be creamy, smooth, and luscious. The sour cream adds a little bit of tang. The Parmesan adds depth. And when it hits the oven, browns on top, you're going to lose your mind. I so wish you could smell it. Some people think I'm crazy for putting sour cream in my mashed potatoes. But think about it. What do you put on your baked potatoes? Butter and... Gotcha, huh? Sour cream. That's why we use it. Helps with the creaminess, and it just makes it so much nicer and gives that little bit of tang on the back of your tongue. Add our salt and pepper, and then the crown jewel, the king's cheeses, Parmesan Reggiano. Look at it just rain down. Now it's going to finish mashing up. and get them on top of that pie. Spread the potatoes to the edges. It doesn't have to be too thick, but you do want to have a good sized crust on there, because that's where your starch is for your dinner tonight. So don't be too shy on putting on those mashed potatoes. Once we get them all put on and all spread out to the edges, we're going to make a little bit of a decorative top on it with just using our spatula and just putting some indents in it. That gives you some peaks and valleys, and it will help with the browning and make it look very pretty. Once we're done with this, it's going to go in the oven at 375 for approximately 30 minutes until the potatoes are brown and the filling is bubbling up around the edges. And there she is. Look at those beautiful layers, golden brown, pillowy mashed potatoes on top, rich, savory beef filling. Underneath you can see the carrots, the peas, everything. That's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Beautifully cuts inside. Remember, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a custom-made chef knife. So if you're not subscribed, hit that button now, ring that bell so that you know when the next one comes out. Please feel free to share with your friends. And remember, God doesn't judge your cooking, and neither do I. We'll see you in the next one.